schedule him a time to come down. Anybody that has went through it has found something that they feel that needs to be changed or whatever, just make note of it. And when Frank comes down and we sit down with him and go through it, then we can do all that at one time.
Okay.
On the day he comes down. That's gonna have to be a special meeting, because he said it's gonna be about 3 hours to go through the book.
Okay.
One thing I'm gonna call him about, I'll get with Jamie and we'll call him, is in January, there's about 12 or 15 new laws coming into effect in January.
Yes, there is.
And about 9 of them are gonna affect the city.
Yep.
So we need to make sure, I need to make sure with him that with this update, all that new stuff goes in there too.
Yes.
Okay. But basically, as long as everybody went through it and you got an idea, you know, what's in it, and if you wanna make any other changes to it, we'll have to do it when Frank comes down. We just need to get him scheduled, because this needs to be done prior to the first quarter of, into the first quarter for 2025. We need to get it in first of the year.
Okay.
You know, so.
We should, I guess we could schedule it for January's first meeting.
Yeah, we just have to get with Frank, see when he can come down. Well, you don't wanna do it on the first meeting.
How about the committee meeting?
It's gonna have to be a separate meeting, because it's gonna take 3 hours to go through this.
Special meeting.
That's what Frank said.
Okay, special meeting.
Unless you wanna be here until 9 o'clock at night on a committee
Maybe a
meeting night or
special
something
meeting.
like that, so.
Be a special meeting.
So Jamie and I will get with Frank and see what
Okay.
his schedule's like, and then I'll get back with you, Mr. Mayor, and get that scheduled so we can come down, we can get this book finalized, and then get it where everybody can have it.
Okay.
That's all I got on that.
Okay. Anybody else got anything? Okay. Discuss committee meeting report for 2025 action plan.
I'll start off by just telling, I met with Jamie, and I meant to ask you, and I didn't, do you have the most recent version of Excel, or did you do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, meeting with Jamie was to try to find out what the board could do to help her support whatever she may need. And she only really requested just 2 things, and I know one of them will be relatively very easy. She asked if she could, at some point in time before the season begins, Gary, if she could kind of meet with you, because you have all that campground knowledge. She'd like to know, you know, which lots have the sewer and which have the electric, and she'd like to have a better understanding of that when anybody in perspective calls. Because I think if we start pushing that marketing like we talked about as far as renting those spots out there, she could benefit by that. So if you wouldn't mind helping her with that, Gary, that's the only thing that she asked for as far as,
Not a problem.
good with that?
Yes, sir.
And also too, Beverly, she did ask, and I kind of think it might be something that we could look on down the road, that she doesn't, if for any reason, if she had to do anything because of you were absent for whatever reason, that we, you know, and I hope nothing like that would ever, but we gotta kind of prepare ourselves that she wouldn't be able to fulfill your position and pay bills and do those kind of things.
Oh, she can pay bills. We've been working with her.
Have you really?
Yeah.
Okay, is there other stuff that maybe you need a little bit more help with?
No.
Then there we go. There we go. Then, great job. All right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, that's all I have. That's all Jamie really had. Because you got the Excel and Gary in the campground. So thank you for the, yeah. That's all she needs for support. So what's it? Thank you, thank you.
Okay, visitors, a person shall be permitted opportunity to address the officials under the rules established by the village of Kincaid. 3 minutes, who's first?
I'll talk first. Okay, now, the building permit thing, I'm not totally understanding, okay? It's $25 100 square feet. You go to Edinburgh, it's $8.50 for a building permit for the building the same size I'm bringing in. 2, why does Chocolate get to keep all the money for the building permits? Anybody I mean, do we have an answer?
There's no ordinance in it.
There is an ordinance.
There is.
Well, but also too, and I think I wanna make sure that we're clear on this, and this is something that Frank's gonna help us with. And I would be more than happy to, if I knew more about that subject, I would be more than happy to help you. But during the committee meeting and during the comment section, we're not allowed to talk about that if it's not, you know what I mean? Your comment section, and we should be able to go back, discuss this, and come back and have an answer.
Which that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, that's the way that it's supposed to be handled, you know?
Which that's fine.
Well, you were asking about chocolate and we can't,
Well, the reason I brought this up,
I wanna,
because when he called me on the phone, he's bragging about taking trips on my money, taking trips on other people's money. I don't care what he does in his personal life, but don't be bragging about it. And the other thing I got to say, by Illinois statute, a mayor, a president, an older person, a trustee, clerk, and a treasurer shall not hold any other offices under the municipal government during the term of absence from the office or except otherwise provided in sections 3.110-50, unless they are going to be a volunteer fireman or receive compensation for their services. Why is he on the board and have his own information?
Again, there's an answer to that, but we can't talk about it tonight.
we can't.
Which
talk
that's
about
fine.
We will get your answer.
On the list.
I'm just asking, I mean,
Legitimate questions.
And I was on it when I was on the board too. At that time, I kept the money from the list, but the average permit was about $4. I mean, a new house, 1,500 square foot house, $50 to $60 at the most.
I mean, I'm bringing in a $560 square foot building, $140.
So I think, like I say, I'm not doing it anymore. When I left, it was $5.
I mean, I had permit to move from where it was to Taylorville, it was $100.
And I think, I couldn't get nobody to take it. I didn't want it. I couldn't get nobody to take it.
Okay. Anybody else got questions?
I do.
Okay, go ahead.
I just want some clarification. So at the last meeting, I think it was, Chocolate had, and you and somebody else, Mark, said that there was somebody that was contracted to take down that house on Springfield Street.
Yes.
But you just couldn't do it because they're not, they don't have time to do it right now.
Yeah, it's on hold right now.
So how much was, the bid that they put in for it? Because I know you guys had a cap of $8,000 and that's with, you know.
With the people cleaning it.
Yeah, with everything
Yeah.
being taken off and everything.
Yeah, I knew
So-
it was only, I think it was like 8,500 for the whole thing.
Okay. Was there bids put out for it and they're the only ones that
I think they said under,
bid on it?
well, they said under $10,000 you don't have to get bids.
Okay.
So that's what I was told.
By who?
Him,
And who?
Mike.
Mike Lawrence?
Yes,
Okay.
because he's the zoning guy.
Why can't we take it down ourselves? I mean, I had that house I bought at Jerry Turner's that time next to me. Tim Creel took it down. And he didn't have it didn't have the grabber on his bucket. He didn't have an extended hole or nothing.
I mean, you guys have all the equipment to
We
take it
buy
down,
this
right?
equipment, why not use it?
I've said that, but,
Save $8,500.
We can't tear it down until the asbestos.
no, the asbestos is gone.
That's gone already.
It's gone.
That's gone.
They took care of it.
That's been a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Tear it down because of the asbestos.
I got pictures.
Hey, I don't need to, we're not allowed to talk about this.
Well, no, because, yeah, we
Yeah, you
are,
have to
because
answer a
they asked the
question.
question.
I know, but
Yes.
we're not, it's not on the agenda and we're not allowed.
It doesn't have to be on the
Look at
agenda.
Look at the ordinance above.
This is a discussion. You guys are not making
But you
any
gotta answer the
decisions.
question, right?
Yeah, you're not making any decisions, you're not voting on anything, it's just,
Yeah.
I asked a question and was looking for an answer.
Well, furthermore, I think it would be a benefit to Clayton, we get his roll-offs. They donate money to Kincaid. I know they stuck $10,000 in a dog. I mean, let's take care of the people here, not our friends.
Yeah,
We'll look into it. Okay.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Anybody else got any?
Yeah, I just got one question. Our lawyer, is his license suspended or not?
Yes, yes.
And why the hell is he over here? I don't know.
I just I haven't made no decisions yet until the first
Is he
year.
getting paid?
No,
He's not getting paid.
no, not that I know of.
Is he getting paid, baby?
I won't receive a bill until January for December month. So then I will be able to answer that question if I receive a bill.
As he should.
Okay. Anybody else got any questions? Go ahead.
Yes, I had talked to you, I think last Friday, about a domestic disturbance I had in my home,
Okay.
and I told you DJ had responded,
Mm-hmm,
and you had told me you had a meeting.
mm-hmm.
Did you tell him that day I had called, I needed to talk to him?
Yeah, I did.
He told me this evening, first time I see him, I come later that day
Mm-hmm,
and said I needed to talk to him, he said, we're not gonna do this. I'm on a Zoom meeting, I said, can you get home later, I gotta go to the doctor, I told you I got a doctor's appointment.
mm-hmm.
He sang the door to me, he said he'd go back to the meeting, I ain't heard that yet.
No.
And I wanna know how I get the, Freedom of Information app on the body cam for him when he was at my house.
They just send in a FOIA request.
Yep.
I do what?
Send in a
FOIA
FOIA request.
Yep,
Who
or
to who?
You can send it to me, you can send it to the village clerk.
and we can get it to you.
Okay, because Christian County was there also, and they had video cam.
Yes,
They have on theirs, they told me they have to go on the website. I didn't know if you guys, what your procedure was.
Yeah.
So I put that in writing to the clerk.
Yep.
And you, Jamie?
Yeah.
I'm just grabbing, I talked to you too, and you told me, and the mayor was here that day,
Yes.
wasn't he? So, he told me he didn't have to take pictures. He said now it's a civil thing, because he didn't take pictures that day.
the case is with John McCord, that's all I'm gonna say. You can, the entire report's been sent to the prosecutor's office, and it's an ongoing investigation, so if you want anything further from me, you're gonna have to go through John McCord's office.
How come you couldn't get a hold of me all last week, I've been calling and telling me that?
Yeah, and I explained to this earlier, I don't have a single missed call from you. County logs every time that we get calls
Did
about,
Mr. Mayor tell you last Friday I needed to talk to you?
yes, and you came up to the office and spoke to
And did you
me.
get a hold of him?
I spoke to you then, and then I haven't heard
You
from
shut
you.
the door in my face.
No, I said that I was in the middle of a meeting, and that you would have to come back. I have not heard from you since. I'm not gonna sit here and go back and forth with you.
I'm not either, I'm just trying to figure out what I
Your
need to
case
do.
was forwarded to the prosecutor, and he makes the decision whether charges get filed.
So that's who you probably need to talk to before.
See, I didn't have no information about it. Usually if there's a domestic dispute, do you get a little packet of like information, a police report? No?
No.
Cause I had my grandson had an incident, and I got all kinds of stuff. And the police report that night.
Like he said, you're gonna have to, get hold of the prosecutor. What you're gonna have to. State's attorney, right?
Yeah.
And I request that through you guys. How many
Yes, you
days
do.
do I have to do that?
You can do that anytime. There is no time.
Cause I was told it was like 90 days before you put in a complaint,
Mhm.
to be able to save that footage
No, FOIA request, you get it anytime.
for the body cam.
Yeah.
He told me tonight I couldn't get till after the investigation.
No, I said you'd have to submit a FOIA request, and then we would go through it that way. I'm not gonna sit here and argue with you. Submit the FOIA request, and you will get what we're statutorily required to give you.
You rolled up your window and you drove away from me. And I also-
Correct, because you're sitting there yelling. I'm done with this. This isn't up
I
for
wasn't
discussion.
yelling, DJ, I'm trying to
Okay.
figure out my rights.
Yep, and your case was submitted to the prosecutor's office. You can call up at John McCord's office.
Okay,
get
and I
what you
have
need.
another question. I have a violation of order of protection here. I've got, messages and phone calls from him. What do I do about that? Who do I report that to?
You can report it to us.
Okay, can I show you that now, or what do I need to do?
Well, not right now, but as soon as this meeting's over, we can handle it.
Okay, cause you come to my house and said, I'm here 1,000 times, I'm not doing this.
No, okay. I'm,
That's why I need the body footage.
yeah, we have body cam, and you have made no reports. The
And I mean, I
county's
feel
not-
threatened, I feel